AlGohar.
I have recently been to Canada, and I have spoken to some people in Canada about terrorism, especially the host of that channel, and I was really surprised that the host was not a knowledgeable person about the terrorists and terrorism, and the impression that they gave to me was like they're pretty safe, and Canada is way beyond the reach of terrorists. And the way she portrayed herself appeared to me as if she was not genuinely naive to the current onslaught of terrorism, which is spreading like fire all over the globe. Harper, the previous Prime Minister of Canada, was working on it, and he was very strict, and he wanted to pass a bill about individuals who have any affiliation with terrorist organizations, and he wanted to pass this bill in the Parliament, which will allow the government to revoke citizenship of these individuals who would be found to be affiliated with any radical organization, and this was wonderful. However, people of Canada voted for Justin Trudeau, and he's now in power. He's pretty young. Young people have a lot of energy. They are enthusiastic, they are pragmatic, they have a lot of bright ideas to develop their country, modernize their country, to facilitate their citizens with all technologies, and on top of everything, they want their citizens to live in peace, and they should be financially happy, and the civil society shouldn't have any problems. All these things are pretty much true. However, there is one setback with young politicians. They do not have very deep insight into a lot of sensitive things. And Justin Trudeau is a person who is very good, and he mingles with Hindus, Sikhs, and Muslims. And he's like a guy who doesn't hate anybody, and we love him. And we love his attitude towards politics. Everything is good about this new Prime Minister. But this world is too cruel. You need to be extensively knowledgeable if you are a Prime Minister of a country like Canada. It's not just your character which will help you serve your country. You need some knowledge. You need some awareness. You should be more aware of what is around you than a common person. And I would like to tell the new Prime Minister of Canada, all the politicians are advising you against bringing in refugees from Syria. Decide what you want to, but listen to them. It's important that you listen to the senior politicians. And also, you should be aware of the fact that among those Muslims that you go to are Wahhabis, and these Wahhabis are not good for any country.
True. Very true. True.
The doctrine of hatred and death is promulgated, sponsored, and spread by Wahhabis all over the world.
True. Very true.
Do not have a soft corner for this peculiar brand of Islam known as Wahhabism.
Very true.
You should be happy that you have got public mandate. People voted for you and people wanted you to become their Prime Minister. You're the boss now, but my friend, you need to make sure that you do not let your people down. They voted you for a bright future, that you will bring some change in the country. Canada, like UK, is a multicultural society where people are tolerant and they love each other and they can coexist in a society where Muslims are allowed to practice their religion, Christians and Jews and Sikhs and Hindus, everybody is allowed to practice his religion. It's a good thing. That's what we have in England. Nobody is forced to abandon their belief system in the UK. Everybody is allowed to practice their set of beliefs. However, in trying to go opposite of Harper, do not go too far. You need to be vigilant. You need to be aware of the potential dangers that can pop up any time in any of your city. You need to be well prepared for any untoward incident in your country. Curbing terrorism is not a tiny task. It involves a lot of things. It involves a lot of things to be taken care of. Presence of police in the streets, your foreign policy, and how good you are in knowledge about different religions. And then you should know who is teaching what under their religion. If you do not know Islam, anybody would come forward and tell you something wrong under the banner of Islam, and you will think, oh, this is Islam, and we're not going to discriminate among anyone. You should be able to know what is true Islam.
Very true.
As a well-wisher of Canada, I would like to suggest that if you must take refugees, then there must be a very stern procedure that the refugees must go through. And this is to ensure that no ISIS member, no terrorist under the guise of a refugee may enter Canada. This is just a piece of advice. We are well-wishers of Canada, we're well-wishers of America, we're well-wishers of France and Europe and all other countries who love peace and who love humanity. We respect their values and we would want to help them. We are friends of peace. We're friends with America, we're friends with Holland and Germany and France and Australia and New Zealand and any other country on the planet who wants to preserve human values, who wants to preserve peace and love and want to build a tolerant society, harmonious society, where all members of different religions can peacefully and amiably coexist and be happy. And there should be no mischief and there should be no untoward incident taking place in those countries. Thank you so much.
Aura TV. Guidance brought to you